I think he is taking Conor Benn lightly. I mean, look, he's trained hard and he'll be giving it everything, but I think he thinks it's an easy night's work. I think he thinks he's going to be too big, too strong. He's going to go in there and dominate him, and I think he's going to get a big shock. You know, Conor Benn, he's massively underrated technically as a fighter. He can punch as well, but Eubank has a great chin. And if he hasn't prepared properly for this fight, he's in for a huge shock.
It should be Conor Benn pretty easy. We're still happy. It should be pretty easy.
It's one of them fights where I'm like, I get it in one sense, but then I don't get it in another. I think for me, Conor Benn was probably a couple of years ago one of the most improved boxers in Britain. I don't quite get why he's taking the Eubank fight, but I just don't know if that size is going to make all the difference. Maybe the rehydration clause does cause something, but I just think Eubank is too big and too strong.
I think the weight's going to play a big part here, and I think Conor Benn can get the win. And I like Conor Benn. I hope he does, because he's such a nice bloke outside the ring as well. Completely dedicated to his craft, but a really nice man outside of the ring. I like Chris Eubank as well, but I just think Conor Benn, with that weight and not being able to rehydrate properly, I think it's going to be an issue.
I think Eubank's just too big. I really like Conor Benn. I think that he's in a win-win situation where, you know, if he loses the fight, he can just say, well, I was too small in the fight. I think that's going to be the case. I think he's determined. I think he's really game, and he'll try his best to win. But I just think that size is going to be the issue. You have to give Conor Benn a lot of credit for the improvements he's made in the last couple of years. But just a step too far at this stage for him. I think Eubank's size will be the key.
I like that fight, man. I think Benn is gonna pull it off. You know, I think he's stronger than people give him credit for. You know, definitely in his weight class, he's strong. But I think moving up, I think he's gonna surprise Eubank. And I favor him going into the fight, man. I don't know if he wins that fight by stoppage, but you know, who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be in great shape, you know. And I think what you're going to see is, I think his output is going to be a lot better than Eubank, you know. And I think what you'll see in that fight is probably like Eubank kind of shying away from the action, you know, where maybe he'll just be, you know, holding and kind of going on survival mode.
I keep going back and forth. Very interesting fight, an intriguing fight, and it depends how the weight cut affects Eubank. But Benn is an exciting fighter, explosive. Yeah, a very exciting fighter. If the weight cut hasn't taken too much out of Eubank, I'd probably favour him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Conor Benn. The weight drained Eubank against a powerful, full-up Conor Benn. It's a good fight. It's a good fight, and I don't know who's going to win, but I wish both men the best of luck.
Depending on the weight restrictions and what the rehydration clause is, I just think Eubank's too big for them.